What's going on, guys? It is Friday, July 6th. I'm back to give a recap of what I was doing in the market, what I was letting people know in my chat, what I had my eyes on, and what kind of opportunities the market was presenting itself. So right now I have the 10-day, 30-minute chart up. I don't have the pre-market action or post-market action. This is just the 9:30 to 4 o'clock trading hours, and this is what I've been trading. I've been trading options on the SPY this week. Um, if the conditions of the overall market support breakouts in other stocks or breakdowns in other stocks, I will shift over and focus on the leading stocks in the market, the strongest stocks or the weakest stocks, the ones that have, run up an incredible amount and are now weak. So if the market shows that it's breaking down or it's going to start trending to the bottom of the channel, I'm going to look to short stocks that are breaking down or selling off, just as I'm going to be trading stocks that are looking to break out and coordinate with the overall market. So today we have a breakout of the gap. This was actually a great trend day overall. Um, I had people I was expecting this move a little later in the day, but we got it pretty early. I did get my money on the downside today, and I still am long calls. I've been long what am I at? 274 calls. Um, July 13th. So this is what I was looking at, and this is what I've been telling people. We have been trending in a neutral range. We haven't had a trend. We've been trading sideways these last few days. We've been in a base. We gapped down over here last Monday. We had a gap down. There's this gap here from 274.40 and highs of 273.54. So about a dollar range in between. That was one of my plays on the upside today. I was letting people know from. Let me mark this down. 274.50. I mean 273.50 all the way up to the gap at 274.40 range. So it has this whole area to go. And that was one of our plays today. Obviously, if it broke through that 274.40 range, we had room to move even higher and test the highs of that that day previous, the resistance that day. And that's where we're trending right now. As you can tell, we are still trading and we have yet to surpass this area. So right now, this is probably a good area to short because well, first of all, I don't short on trend up days, uptrending days. I won't do that. It's not a smart idea. I'll wait for my um indicators to turn and point to the other direction. But this was the play in the morning. This is the half an hour chart. So what I was doing or what I was expecting this morning was we had a pretty strong close yesterday, Thursday, after the short trading day on July 4th. I hope you guys all had a great holiday, by the way. So that strong close yesterday was a sign for me that we really could make a nice move to the upside and potentially fill this gap. So this original resistance area 273.58, I'll go to the 5-minute chart for today. It was held up. You could tell right here it tried to fake out. It didn't have the strength. I wanted to see a pullback, and that's what I was letting my guys know. I was letting my guys know, look for a quick pop to this area and then a fail. So I was trading puts at that level at 273.50 once I saw that this 5-minute candle failed to close, and then I ended up covering in the 20s. So it was a nice 30-cent range on options. I made about 11.5%, so 12% on my puts. That was a nice play, and then I was letting people know I wanted to see this consolidate, maybe test these areas again or test the lows or the top resistance area from yesterday's action and then consolidate, make a move towards power hour. We really didn't waste any time today whatsoever. We didn't consolidate much at all. It was just a big move for the Bulls. Some volume came in and pushed this higher, and you could tell it's been riding the 5 EMA the whole time. So why I covered here is because we had resistance. This is support from a previous day, and I didn't want to try and short when my indicators were all showing a bullish trend. My indicators, my moving averages never curled to the bear side, and my MACD was on a clear uptrend. You could tell that we're crossing here now and after being held up by this resistance. So this could be a good area to try and short back to this support at 274.40 before another move. That's another point right there possible. Um, so when the overall market does break out of these ranges, as you can tell, it was just bouncing back and forth in between this range. Other stocks line up with this. So another one I was looking at today is if the SPY could break out and enter the gap, I was looking at Twitter. And I was letting people know about this potential play. This has been setting up for quite a few days. I've been talking about it for a little while. Here's a 20-day chart. Um, this is the clear pennant formation. It's got the bottom touched multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And it's got the clear trend line in place. Multiple touches on top. And, we broke out. So from about 45 up to highs of 46.30. That's $1.30 per share towards the highs. There's a lot of room to be making money on those kind of plays, especially when the market cooperates. So what you would have been doing is crossing the SPY chart with Twitter, and you see once the SPY starts entering that gap, and we have a lot of room to run. So does the leading stocks. This has been a very strong stock, Twitter. So I was keeping my eyes on this for a breakout, and we're just starting to break out today. We'll see how the close goes, but it's still a nice move. We're up 2.75% on the day. So that was just a great overall play. So for the week as well, what I was trading during the week was just buying and selling near these support areas and buying near support and selling at resistance. So this was a play for me yesterday. Not yesterday. I didn't trade yesterday any action. Once you see this clear area just being defined as a base, and you tell we got a double bottom here, it's it's forming the base. This is what we like to call neutral sideways trading. There's no trend involved. So obviously take an entry once the trend breaks to the upside, and that's what we got. We're up 3 points, 2 points from the original entry. So it was a great opportunity, great play. I hope you guys all enjoy your weekend and have a great rest up to next week's action. Mental capital is always very important. So keep yourself well rested, enjoy the weekend, spend some time with family, get yourself ready to come back and dominate the markets next week. I'll have a preview video for you guys on um, next week's action. So look forward to that. I'll be in touch. Thanks, guys.